Hello and welcome to my second video, Improving User Engagement During the Project Lifecycle. You're going to hear some points that really do cross over into good project management, but that's kind of natural anyway, and hopefully you'll still hear some useful tips. Okay, this is going to be split into four main areas, and the first of those is engage your staff. From the outset of any project, make sure that you communicate with people, whether that's by email or whether that's in person. Explain the reasons for the change, whether it's a new system coming in or whether it's a smaller scale change. Just explain the reasons for that change so that they understand and can get behind what you're trying to do. Also communicate the positives. Every change should have some positives to it. If there aren't any, then question why you're doing it. But try and communicate the positives to your staff so that they can really try and again get behind it and you can begin to build confidence in what you're doing. Second thing is create a steering team. This is really critical for good project management, but also as part of improving user engagement. So you should have a project sponsor, and this person shouldn't be the same as your project manager. It should be a different person. It should be somebody who's a good leader, who people will respect, and also who can make decisions while taking all opinions on board, not just those of your project manager. Make sure that in the steering team you involve some shop floor type staff or end users. It doesn't just need to be department or team heads, but people who are using the system every day. Everyone will have some valid input if they're going to use the system that's affected by the change that you're implementing. Organise some regular catch-up meetings or reviews. Whether these are weekly or fortnightly might depend on the scale of the project and also the progress and timeline. And if you don't have anything useful to cover in a meeting, just update everyone, explain that and move on to the next one. There's no point having meetings for meeting's sake, and people will quickly devalue a project if you're doing that. Also remember to keep the people who aren't included in your steering team, updated on progress. This is really important because it's quite easy to get focused on just the people you're dealing with in that steering team. But you need to communicate with everyone on a regular basis, what's going on, how things are moving, and reasons for any delays as well. The third area is involve as many people as possible in user acceptance testing. Now you may decide that you can't involve all staff, of course, but certainly each department and each role should be well represented in the testing. Don't be tempted to overlook a particular area because you think it's less important. Those users are going to be affected too, and if they feel that their opinions are not being represented in some way, then again they won't buy into the change, and that's really what you want here. And the fourth thing is, if you can at all, then try to work to a goal that isn't a timeline. And what I mean by that is the aim of any project should be for it to be as successful as possible. It's not about doing it quickly, and ideally it's not necessarily about doing it on time. I know that's important, but really what's more important is the successful running of your daily business. And if a project is going to have a major change, then it's really important that it goes well, that it's successful and it's well received by your staff. And sometimes rushing things will mean that those things don't happen and user engagement suffers as a result. I hope those tips have been useful. Thank you for watching.